I'm doing with the brain. Let me say that picture right there with the brain part. Maybe you can break that down. All right, let me go right here. I got you. Boom. Human resonance are a set of spectrums peak in the extreme low frequency portions of the Earth electromagnetic spectrum. The Schumann resonance are globe electromagnetic resonance generating at exciting by lightning discharge in the capital formed by the Earth's surface and the isosphere.
Right, which is basically the short form of that is it's the electromagnetic grid of the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now type in Egyptian god Min, M-I-N.
Okay, all right. Hey, I hope it don't. Hey, you know what? I can't pull up the god Min because they flagged me for that last time.
Yeah, we want his definition. You can leave it on the main page then.
That's right. Yeah, that's good right there. Min is an ancient Egyptian religion. That's wrong. That's crazy. Them niggas lying like a.
Just read it. Just read it.
A god of fertility and harvest, embodiment of masculinity principles. He was the also worshipped as the lord of the eastern desert. His cult organized in pre-dynastic times, 4 millennium BCE. Min was represented with the phallus erecting. Hey, and I can't see that last word. It says a frill in his raising right hand. Yeah, the frill. That's like
yeah, so that's for thrashing. But yeah. Look at what it say. Mm-hmm. Min is the god of sexual virility of men.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, now remember who Shu was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's the resonance again?
The Schumann resonance. Schumann resonance.
That's double masculine. That's the wrong polarity for Earth.
Yeah, so you gotta be masculine and feminine.
Right, which is Shu Tefnut.
Okay.
Now you see why the homosexuality among males is in the air.
Okay, go ahead.
It's in the electromagnetic frequency.
Go ahead.
So when we flip the grid, shit gonna change. The grid flip is going from Shu Min back to Shu Tefnut.
The feminine energy is coming back and getting its balance back.
Right. Mm-hmm. Now remember, Tefnut right there, right, represents the mother sky.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So he is Shu and Tefnut.
Big Rod. You know, I've been for anybody that don't know, you should definitely go follow Rod Hayes or what's your other page? Morpheus Mysticus.
Yeah.
Brother super tapped in like on the spiritual side and with the laws. He already know what's going on.
Look, they whole shit over with, dog. It's the rap.
Right.
We can't file no paperwork with them because you're keeping them artificially in charge by doing that.
You giving them administration. You giving them consent to administer.
Yeah.
And I know that's your perspective. That's why I wanted to bring you on too, because we trying to get everybody like the whole reason for this is so everybody can, like we were just talking about it earlier, everybody can get out of the bills and start focusing on what's real.
So up until January the 4th, 2019, we was under a contract of an interim government that was hired by the Crown of England to run government on our territory. The United States government is two corporations that merged. If you go back into history, you're going to read about the Virginia Company,
mm-hmm.
and you're going to read about the Northwest Trading Company.
Mm-hmm.
Their specialty was trading in slaves, but they also traded in spice, They traded in furs, and they traded in animals.
They branched out to be some of the first insurance companies, right?
Yep. And they also established Wall Street.
Mm.
Wall Street used to be a slave market. It still is on the what they call the black market.
Mm-hmm.
Walmart been had a back page for ever since it been there, where they've been human trafficking, sex trafficking, adrenochrome trafficking. They've been doing all they dirt, but they've been covering it up with Wall Street.
Mm.
Right.
Right? That's how they've been laundering their money. This all recorded now. The FBI got it all recorded now. So when we pull the Freedom of Information Act, we can go read this shit. It's just that I'm just one of them motherfuckers that I'm just nosy. I want to know what's going on the land. I want to know who is, because the last time I was in physical form, these motherfuckers wasn't here.
Straight up.
So I'm trying to figure out who the fuck is on the land keeping the chiefs suppressed.
That's why this world don't make sense to us, because in our last round on this planet wasn't like
See, look, Bree, you ain't even
Look,
last
I be
5
walking down
minutes
the
and you
street
already out
sometimes.
here.
Oh, look, I swear to God, I walk down the street sometimes and I be like, what the fuck is this shit going on around here? This shit look retarded to me.
Nothing makes sense on purpose, man. Nothing makes sense on purpose. Everything.
Facts. Wayfair got exposed. Yep.
Right. So now they just gave a report. Somebody just sent me a receipt about mass arrest that took place today. So I got that receipt. You know, I was trying to tell y'all who did
From
it.
the tribunals.
Yep, they been getting indicted through the JAG on the American side. The ones that's not in America been being indicted through Interpol.
They over in Greece trying to hide out, right?
They ain't no hideout. Every country involved now. They activated every sleeping royal family on Earth at the same time. That means this shit was bad. So coming to find out, the motherfuckers that created the condition couldn't even figure out how they created it. They just fucked around and did some shit they can't undo. So now they got to disturb me to come fix this shit. Now my big mama and my mama and them, they got to conjure me to fuck up. I don't like dealing with human shit.
Right.
Because as long as you don't understand this human shit, you can't reach your God form.
Big facts.
Yes, sir.
Big facts.
That's what we was just talking about. We was literally just
The
talking about that.
racism, the sexism,
all that is a distraction.
All the systems.
All that shit. Right, you got to rise above it.
It's a
You
distraction.
got to realize everything that's outside of you is happening inside of you.
That's right. Silent wars.
Exactly.
Right. So once that part click,
as within, so without.
You can start. You're gonna automatically your brain gonna adjust because it's gonna be like saying this is not matching what I already know in my DNA.
Period. It don't feel natural. It don't even feel. I can't. You.
Right.
That's why we so depressed and we're not flowing naturally. With is what's causing us to go fucking backwards or just I just feel like we're really naturally like righteous beings because we are a reflection of God. But then you have all this sin in the world, and that's why it don't sit right with us because it's.
What did Christopher Columbus stenographer say when he came over here? He was like, "That's the closest people I'd ever seen to God."
Yep.
Yeah.
Close to one land.
Because we're a reflection. We're a reflection of the Most
High.
High.
Thing though, see, the problem that we don't know about ourselves. Why did they pick us? Why did they come pick on us?
You talking about the question? Talking about the melanated being?
No, the motherfuckers that came was melanated. Don't get tricked into that racism.
Yeah,
that's why you can't see.
I'm with you. No, I'm with you. I was here.
Yeah, that's why we can't see the enemy because they look like us.
Exactly.
But they ain't us.
Yeah. Them dirties.
Yeah. So look, all the time when you looking back on the history, our character, our nature is what they're going to exploit. They're going to replace our natural drive to be righteous and upright. That connection we got with the divine force, but they weaponized it and used it as religion to trap us in a dogma. Because when we feel that we doing something righteous and right in our heart, you can't hook 100,000 horses up to us and make us change our mind as long as we think we doing what's righteous.
Mm-hmm.
But if we get a hint that this shit ain't right, we start bagging the fuck up, talking about, nah, wait a minute, what you mean? Right? That ain't what my mama told me, motherfucker. That
Right.
shit don't match.
It don't sit right.
Right.
My big mama told me we ain't came on no ships and to put the shit back together and leave no stone unturned.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna put this shit back together. It's put together, but we gotta wake the people up. Hey, look, we got our shit.
What's the all right? So I'm gonna ask all y'all questions. What's the quickest way to find self? From y'all personal perspective.
Nah, tapping with Rod. That's why we brought him on here, bro. When I tell you, like, it's a wealth of knowledge right here. Tap, like, just ask away, bro.
Yes, sir. So Rod, like, so what do you say, like, from your perspective, man, in your years on this plane of existence, man? So what would you say for your experience of your expertise of being here as a being on this in this world for however many lifetimes? In this specific lifetime, how would you best give the unenlightened man the best idea of how to find self,
Go
not
within.
self in general? I tell them to learn meditation, to learn self-talk. Most underrated of all of the sciences of self is self-talk, because you can't lie to you. You can lie to everybody else, but you know you're lying because you can't lie to yourself. So now, when you tapping into that God energy and you say, I need to answer what book I need to get to find this piece to this puzzle, your God self got to give you the right answer. He can't give you no wrong answers. It's against galactic law. You're not allowed to deceive yourself.
You can't.
You can willfully neglect the guidance that you give yourself.
That's right.
But you cannot neglect. You're gonna know that you did it. You're gonna know that you didn't trust yourself. Fuck what another motherfucker say. You know. I was gonna holler at an old girl with her fine ass, but nah, she wouldn't fuck with a nigga like me. How the fuck you know?
Right.
Nigga, go over there and at least say hi. I see chick, I just want to say hi to you. I don't even care if you don't speak back. I'd just rather speak to a beautiful woman than an ugly ass man. Shit, I'd rather speak to a beautiful woman than any man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we've been taught to fear what we are, so we can't never express who we are. Learn that self-talk.
Yeah.
Then you can send yourself to get answers, and they're gonna be like, how in the fuck did I know that shit? And then you're gonna go back, and then it's gonna come together like the Matrix in your mind and shit. Click, ching, churn. And then you're gonna remember everywhere where you seen the pieces to the puzzle that gave you the answer.
Facts.
You know everything already. You just don't know how to access it.
Ah, my God, that's what I'm talking about. He said that was.
You know it already.
You know everything. We know everything.
It's all within.
And I feel like when you ask the question, how do we find ourselves? I feel like it's, of course, within, but to be a little bit more specific, it's our thoughts and our emotions.
Yes.
Whatever your mind thinks, your body is going to follow. Whatever you feel, you're going to express. So the moment you start to...
The thing about that is this. Your emotions is a navigation system.
Correct.
You're not supposed to get locked into the emotion that undermines your manifestation.
The logic.
Right. You're supposed to read your emotion. Right? Your girl come in the room and say something to you. Bitch, what the fuck? And then you be wondering, why in the fuck am I even mad?
Exactly.
You got to think logically.
That shit all out of context.
Once you can master
but
that's the ego.
Boy.
We talking about dealing with the self. This is what you asked me.
Yeah.
So when we realize that it's out of context, we operating out of what you call a broken program. The program is broken. Now you have to monitor your navigation system so that you can put the emotion where it belongs.
Exactly.
I don't want to sleep with the enemy.
Energy and emotion. If you're angry, you got to learn how to channel it. You got to transmute it and transform it.
But the first thing you got to do is know the context.
Exactly. You got.
That's where the logic. That's where the thoughts come in.
Right. Because now what you're doing is you balancing your heart
with your mind.
With your mind.
Yeah.
Right. Now, once you get this understanding of how to start moving along the focal point, you starting to see what your emotions are really there for to teach you. Now you can look back in retrospect on your life at the way you felt, and then you can see exactly clearly what the lesson was that you overlooked back then because your emotions was out of context. When you start putting them in a proper context, you're going to find every time you had an emotion that was out of context was tied to a thinking error. So you have self-talk, then you need fasting is the way to learn to control your emotions. You talking about reading them, now you got to learn how to control them. When you learn to control them, it don't mean you don't feel them. It just means that your emotions don't rule your life. You're going to carry on.
Logic.
You don't react as heavy.
You have to, we got to learn how to respond instead of react. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't react to the world. Respond to the world. You know, the world is yours. This is your baby. The world is our baby. You know, everything that happens on this planet is based on us to experience and to really, like what Free say, logic. It's about into the law of everything. You understand itself is to understand yourself through the eyes of others. It's a projection of others, how they see you. You know what I mean? Like right now, I see myself in all of y'all right now, and it's the fact that we sit.
I'm finna tell you a secret one now.
Go ahead.
All right, you can write a script. You can write a script. The shorter and to the point it is, the better.
Yep.
Right.
Write it down and make it plain.
Read it for 3 days in a row. Every time you think about it, read it. Then get about it. The script is going to be still running in your subconscious mind, generating the energy of manifestation.
Yep. You just programmed
yourself.
That's
somebody
the power.
Write that in the comments so we can pin it.
That's the power of vision
somebody
boards.
Write that in the comments so we can pin that, please.
Listen, y'all. I hope y'all listen to what he's saying, because this is how I beat my case. I can pull it out right now. I literally wrote by the end of March I was going to complete my case. March the 31st, my writ of possession was unserved. I manifested what I thought and no, not believe what I know. And I wrote it down and I made it plain, simple. And it came, and I worked on it. It activated. As soon as you write something down, your mind naturally and automatically wants to figure it out, whether you aware of it or not.
Facts.
Your body follows your mind. So if you write down, I am free. If you write down, I am love. If you write down, I'm abundance. It don't have no choice but to manifest.
Yeah.
Bree, go get that comment and pin it for me.
They taught us how to program ourselves with bullshit.
Yeah.
Seriously. They taught us how to program ourselves with Coke 45 and Schlitz malt liquor.
And music that's, talking about killing and it's just insane.
But that's the war cry on the land, for real.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, tell them about your perspective on the music.
All of the chiefs right now, look, all of the chiefs right now, they slightly agitated.
I agree.
All of the chiefs. When you talking to these brothers that's aware, they slightly agitated because they know something wrong and they know they're supposed to be doing something, but they can't quite get their finger around what they're supposed to be doing.
That's right. I agree. I totally agree. I always used to say them brothers that we call thugs, or sisters we call thugs. I'm like, no, those are leaders. They just don't know how to express themselves in the sense that, yes, they just need to be guided. Like you said, they're agitated.
Hey, look, our family philosophy of all of the tribes, no matter which one you pick, if anybody in the tribe learns something that all of the tribes can benefit, he's obligated to offer it to all of the tribes.
That's right.
Damn, Bree, we didn't even know that that's what we was doing with this page.
Yeah. Anybody that when you become aware of something that's a benefit to all of the tribes, you're supposed to start talking about it, getting the word out to the rest of the clan.
Listen, baby, I'm out here blowing this whistle so motherfucking loud. Listen, this horn blowing like I'm like. Let me tell y'all, my spirit. So I'm like, yo, I don't even know. It's like something. It's like something possesses my body. Like, you better do this shit, or like other else. What are you doing?
Yeah. Are you in
like, what the fuck?
She'll get
Look,
excited
motherfuckers
and
think
come
they
out
can.
of nowhere and just start fucking whistling and doing the chant, the Geechee chant, and she don't even know she doing it.
It's like, you know, oh man.
I be over here.
I be like,
See, she be doing that shit right there. She don't even know she do.
yeah.
See how geek she is, bro. This shit's hilarious.
Let's go.
Hey, this
That's
live,
right.
hey, this live is live, man.
You got to understand that everything is a rhythm, everything is a vibration. When you have to understand when our ancestors, like right now, we in a battle with papers, we casting out spells, whereas our ancestors, they, you know, they fought with their hands and not, but they had the rhythm of a beat. It was like their why was in the rhythm of just like music and that let me tell y'all something. The day that I dropped my last letter in the mail that unserved my written position, I went back home to my where I was born, where I was created, and I screamed over the rivers out loud. It was like a cry just came
You
out.
was crying out to your ancestors.
Banshee screaming.
And that shit,
Hey, Rod, now tell her, because before the case, I was like, go home. Like right after the day you left, I was like,